We're not under your jurisdiction.
I'm Morris American from the
Okay.
land of Exuma, Turtle Island.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Morris American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
All right, guys. Today we've got yet another sovereign citizen who thinks he's above the law, and let me tell you, this dude is completely off the rails with his nonsense. Like, how do these people even come up with this stuff? Do they have a secret handbook filled with the dumbest legal arguments possible? Because it sure seems like it. But here's the best part. The judge? Not having it at all. She shuts him down big time, and things get heated real quick. You can literally see her patience disappearing by the second, especially when she starts reading through the ridiculous packet this guy actually filed to make this hearing happen in the first place. I mean, seriously, how far gone is this guy? Scale of 1 to 10. I think we're way past 10. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, let's dive into this video.
Mr. Grayson Bay, I did receive the documentations that you had. He has a table of contents here. He has a declaration of nationality legal notice, declaration of nationality, name correction, proclamation, public and publication, judicial notice and proclamation to all elected United States Republic office and public servant of federal, state, city, and municipal governments, personnel, and corporate entities concerning the Constitution and all statutory and civil law codes of the land, know all men, etc., know all men be these present. I, Grayson Bay, being duly affirmed, standing squarely, declare and proclaim upon divine law, naturals law, universal law, Moorish birthrights international law, and constitutional law, declare and say, I being previously identified by the Union States Society of North America USA under the colorable warship name Javar Tyrone Grayson. I'm not going to continue to read the rest of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well said, though. Thank you.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
Just a declaration of my nationality, Your Honor. Thank you, though. Well said, though.
Okay, so in how, what am I supposed to take of this? You know, are you saying you're not American?
I'm Morris American from the
Okay.
land of Exuma, Turtle Island. The issue is the corporation of United States, and that's the issue. And I'm under a natural law as Grayson Bay. I'm in natural form now as a man.
Can somebody please translate what this guy is saying? Because I swear, it's like these sovereign citizens binge watch a bunch of conspiracy videos on YouTube right before stepping into court. They walk in so confident, ready to throw a bunch of nonsense at the judge like it's some kind of magic spell that's going to make their charges disappear. Newsflash, buddy. If you actually took the time to learn real law instead of making up your own, you might have a chance at getting out of this tiny little situation. Like, this dude is literally here for driving without a license, that's it. All he has to do is pay a fine and move on with his life. But nope, he's out here trying to reinvent the legal system. I genuinely can't tell if these people are just delusional or if they're completely broke and this is their last resort. Either way, these cases always get me heated, but let's dive back in.
Yeah, I mean, you said it excellent. You pronounced things perfectly. Yeah, but that's my nationality.
All right, so let's get to this.
Once again, I did proclaim that the court didn't have jurisdiction over me. That's where we were at.
For this matter, you know, Miss Snyder I guess she's assigned and she's going to be handling this matter. You said it's set for jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was this, because I mean, I'm prepared to rule on some of this without even a jury trial. The only matter that the only matter that I was really is the false name issue, which is what probably I'll let a jury decide on that, because this other stuff, that's why I had you on. It was an opportunity. These were things that were filed, that he had filed, and I don't know if you've read them or had a response, or I know you probably haven't, but your office. It says, notice to all law enforcement, nationals or citizens are not required to show identification to a police officer. So what I'm going to do, he cited a Supreme Court case, Collender versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352, 1983. And it says, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. Now, I'm not even going, did you get arrested, Mr. Grayson Bay?
I was obtained.
So if there's no arrest, then how is this even pertinent here?
And under my jurisdiction, that's an arrest.
But we're not under your jurisdiction.
Once he touched my vehicle, it was a violation.
Well, listen, I don't recognize your jurisdiction in this court. I recognize the state of Michigan ordinances and laws and the Michigan court rules. So I'm going to conclude that this based on this document that you've given me, this would be your lead case, that I'm not going to consider that necessarily an arrest. You weren't taken into custody, were you?
Yeah, he touched me.
Oh no, poor little sovereign citizen, he got touched. So let me get this straight. This entire hearing is happening because an officer dared to lay a hand on this guy after he refused to show ID while driving without a license? Like, make it make sense. I swear, it feels like people are getting madder and dumber as time goes on. Maybe it's just the internet, but I don't know, it really seems like things are getting worse. Could be because I'm seeing it more often online, or maybe people are just actually losing brain cells in real time. And watching these sovereign citizen clips every single day is definitely lowering my AQ, anti-stupidity quotient. People out here really thinking they can just ignore the law and act like they're above it all. What do you guys think? Are people actually getting dumber, or is it just me? Let me know in the comments. But for now, let's dive back in.
I know. Okay, that's yeah. I don't have anything. If that's your authority that I just read as far as your Morris Nation, I don't understand that.
On your honor, also I'm not asking for a jury trial. I'm asking for you to make this decision. I'm asking for you.
But I told you that I'm not going to waive your jury trial rights. You're going to let
I don't want a jury trial. I want you. I trust you.
It doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
I trust you. I think you can make a firm decision and what's going on here. I'm pretty sure you see.
I'm going to make a decision right now on this stuff right now on most of it. All I told you I'm going to do is the failure to ID.
Oh, shoot. I don't want this to hang up now.
The failure, false info and ID. I'm not going to make a decision on that. I'm going to let a jury make the decision on that.
I'm not really getting an understanding. I mean, I don't think you can even find 12 Morris people to even judge me or my peers. I mean, I'm not even going to consent to that. So I don't understand.
Well, how are you going to let me? Why do you want me to do it? I'm not Morris.
Well, then you need to I'll file a motion to dismiss this case.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You got to file those motions on your own.
I'm telling you verbally right now. I'm filing a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to grant the motion.
Take it to the next level.
Motion
I'm not
denied.
paying. I'm not paying. That's just it. I'm
You're
Morris
not what?
American, man. I'm Morris American. Okay?
I'm not gonna go
That's
back
my
and
birthright. I'm
listen.
actually fighting
I
for my
understand that.
birthright.
Listen.
Right.
I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not disputing.
Right. I don't even think the prosecutor even wanted to attempt to even battle this. And it's not even against you, Judge. I understand your situation. You wants to be the ref. You can be the referee in this, but I don't think the prosecutor even want to go through this.
All right.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna grant it.
Okay. Well,
This guy literally has no basis for his arguments, like, at all. He really thinks the judge is just gonna be like, yeah, you're right, case dismissed because you said so. Come on, dude. I can just feel this guy's last 2 brain cells going at it, battling for survival. And that little goofy smile of his? Creepy. It's like he's so deep in his delusions that he actually thinks he's winning. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but his whole vibe is unsettling, like his aura is off. Anybody else getting that feeling? Or am I alone here? On top of that, this whole case is just a complete waste of taxpayers' money. Like, why is the prosecutor even here? This guy just needs to pay his fine and keep it moving. If anyone should be getting hit with court fees, it's him for wasting everybody's time. Honestly, I hope he gets slapped with some fees at the end of this. All right, let's dive back in.
what you do, man?
Mr. Morgan, go ahead and speak with Ms. Tucker and Mr. Greer. All right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker, can you go back to the breakout room? Just
She's ready
tap
to
your
go.
prompt. Tap your prompt, please.
Your Honor, I need you to accuse yourself.
Your
All right,
Honor,
no, I'm going to continue on. So that's the case he
I'm filing
cited.
a motion for you to accuse yourself.
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. Well,
You can put it in writing. I'll deny it. So let's continue on with this notice to all law enforcement that the Supreme Court case was cited, and I haven't read that case yet, but I'll look it up. There is no such thing as failure to identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. Okay, so he cited some cases here, State versus Robinson. Looks like a Maryland case. State versus Mobley in those North Carolina case. State versus Adams versus State, Georgia case. And I guess you're saying on those cases that the person did not have to you can sue the police, that they sued the police and successfully sued the police for their a wrongful arrest and resisting arrest. Personal.
Your Honor, excuse me. I also have Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Well, that's on the next. I'm going under the failure to identify heading there.
Oh, okay.
That's under the next heading. So the next heading is personal liberty, the right or power of locomotion, of changing one's situation, or moving one's person to whatsoever place one's own inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint, unless by due course of law. Unless by due course of law. Now, I don't know where you got this if this is a law. You didn't cite anything from that.
It goes on into Thompson versus Smith, the right of a citizen to travel.
Okay, the right of a citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport one's property thereon, either by carriage or automobile, is not a mere privilege which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right which she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And again,
I believe I've read
Murlock versus.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, let's deal with this one right quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. No problem.
What are you saying? What do you believe this case says?
Are you referring to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
It says what it says. I'm just waiting on your decision. I'm here to defend my birthright and my nationality. When you see that 5-pointed star on the street, leave me alone. That's my nationality. That's all I ask for. We should be questioning the officer for even bringing me to you. They got to have respect for that nationality, and that's all I'm here to prove. My nationality and my birthright. All that other color stuff and colorism calling me black, I'm not permitting that. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me over because I'm driving while I'm black. That is real.
Now, the sovereign citizen is going off about how driving while black is the reason he got pulled over. Like, hold up, let's just break this down real quick. First off, if you're driving without a license in Detroit, you're getting pulled over no matter what color you are. It's not about skin color. It's about breaking the law. And let's be real, Detroit has some of the worst traffic issues, so if you're out there driving like a maniac, you're getting stopped. Period. Plus, police need reasonable suspicion to pull you over. It's not just about looks. Look, I get that there are systemic issues in policing, but blaming everything on race instead of owning up to your actions? That's just not it. Like, pick a struggle. Are you going to be a sovereign citizen or are you going to pull the race card? Doing both is wild to me. And let's not forget, he's literally talking to a black judge. If there was no evidence, the case would have been thrown out, but obviously, that's not what's happening here. What do you guys think about that race comment? Let me know in the comments. But for now, let's dive back in.
DWB is real. But when you turn around and have a nationality, that's where it stops. He probably shouldn't have brought me to you, and that's the issue. We should be holding him accountable for his actions, not you or the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor don't even want to battle this. But I'm going to stand on my birthright and my nationality. That's my right. That's my common law. I'm very passionate about it, Your Honor, as you can see. So if I seem a little upset or if I get a little, mischief at you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But my birthright will stand. I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Morris American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go back to what you filed here. Thomas versus Smith, 154 Southeast 579. I think you need to read that in its entirety, because this is one of the cases that I've seen before that has been filed, and it appears to the court that it's saying exactly the opposite of what you believe it's saying. It is saying that the city can revoke your license. You don't have the authority to operate a vehicle on the city streets.
You want to battle the dead entity. That's what it is. You want to charge me on this dead entity side, and I can't.
No, I don't know what you mean by charging on the dead. I'm going by. Wait a minute. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen. I'll let you talk.
Yep.
I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
Let's get it. You're right.
You filed this.
That's right.
You cited this case law. Okay, so you're saying, and I'm giving you the benefit of going over this stuff.
Thank you.
This is another case that I'm gonna that you cited, that I am going to tell you that it's actually Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham. This is the court actually takes offense to you filing this.
I can already tell the judge is about to go off. This dude has no idea what he even filed. Like, have you ever seen a sovereign citizen who actually knows the cases they're referencing? Never. It's always the same, just ask them about the laws and cases they're throwing around, and boom, they get flustered because it's all nonsense, or they have no clue what they even cited. The easiest way to shut a sovereign citizen down? Hit them with real legal knowledge. They cannot back up a single thing they say, and honestly, it's hilarious watching them dig deeper and deeper into their own nonsense. But shout out to this judge, he's actually giving the guy a fair shot, so no one can say he didn't get due process. Anyway, let's wrap up this video and see what the judge actually sentences this guy to.
It's a court case.
I do.
It's a court case. How would you be offensive?
I'm taking offense to you filing this and using this in your filing as a reason for you not to have a driver's license. And I don't know if you've read this case or not. It doesn't seem and appear that you've read any of these cases thoroughly, because I've gone through each one of these cases at different times, and if each of them say exactly the opposite of what you appear that it says. And the Shuttlesworth case goes back to a time in history where we're still dealing with, where Reverend Shuttlesworth was a reverend in Birmingham, Alabama. And you're citing this case to saying that Shuttlesworth was saying that he can drive without a valid driver's license.
Definitely travel.
That analogy to this case, and it's saying nothing of that sort. And I wish you would take time and read to what this case is saying, because I don't even think you, as a Moorish American, would I think you would retract this case law right here from what you've filed. You're using the people in the civil rights era who are trying to fight for their rights to march or down a public street. That's what this case was about. He's taken his congregation down a public street. He walked them on the sidewalk. He did not interfere with any traffic, and he crossed the street not against the lights or anything, and they still arrested Mr. Shuttlesworth for not having a license to congregate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
you're right.
You're saying that he needs to have a license. That is analogous to you not having a license to drive.
If he want to proclaim he's black, he needed a license.
All right, I'm done with this. I've spent enough time on this, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule on the cases ahead of trial for the refusal to exhibit driver's license. I'm going to find you guilty of that. For the refusal of for having no insurance and no proof, I'm going to find you responsible. I'm going to find you responsible for an expired plate. We'll go to trial on the seatbelt, on a formal hearing on the seatbelt issue tomorrow, and the false ID tomorrow. All right, that's going to be the ruling of the court. If there's nothing further, Mr.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor. Can you send that information in writing? You have the address.
It's going to be on the ROA, and you can get a transcript made up by the court. All right.
Okay.
What time you gotta be?
What time is court tomorrow?
It's going to be come on at 8:30.
Okay, you're going to do this again? Because no jury trial.
It's going to be a jury trial. All right.
I want a jury trial.
But you don't make the rules.
But tomorrow, tomorrow I'm
going to
put a request in and
jury trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Very well.
Them any favors. Like, imagine thinking you're winning when all you're doing is racking up court costs and annoying everyone involved. The jury is going to sit there like, really? We're here for this. And the judge is probably just counting down the minutes until he can shut this nonsense down. Sovereign citizens always think they're pulling some genius move, but in reality, they're just making things way worse for themselves. At this point, it's not even about the ticket anymore. It's about their ego. But hey, I guess we'll see how badly this guy embarrasses himself when the trial actually starts. Let's dive back in. Honestly, I can't even be mad anymore. This is just pure entertainment at this point. Watching this guy self-destruct in court is like watching a slow-motion car crash. You know it's going to end badly, but you just can't look away. If these sovereign citizens spent half as much time learning actual law instead of binge-watching conspiracy videos, they'd save themselves so much trouble. But nope, they just keep doubling down, making everything worse for themselves. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. What do you think? Is this dude completely out of his mind? Or does he somehow have a shot at winning? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Also, drop any court case recommendations in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care.